So, how to make a living with Amazon KDP, but barely do any work, which sounds like a catchy title, like just like attention grabbing stuff. But it's just the truth. Like, I don't really work much on my business. I've never done so. If not in an initial phase where I was just trying to figure out how things worked, and at this time, that was roughly like 3 months back in 2021, I was really working all day long. But after that, let's say that I've managed to decrease the amount of work I have to put in the business to the bare minimum. So now I'm more working on the business rather in the business. That sounds like cliche words. So let's get started with the actual sauce. So before getting started, a very important thing that you need to have very, very clear is, why do you want to own a profitable online business? And if the answer for you is just to make as much money as possible, then probably this video is not for you, because like, if you want to make as much money as possible, you probably have to work as much as possible. This video is more for people that, like me, as initial goal, have something more similar to, I want to have time to spend with my friends and family and to dedicate to my passions and what I like to do. Like, for me, for example, it was to travel a lot. I want to see the whole world, discover all the cultures, and make a good amount of friends, of good friends, and don't lose all them because I'm on the grind 24/7. Have time for my passions, like training. I like to do sports a lot. I like to run in trail running. I like to lift weights. I like to fight. I like all these type of things that you need time. Like, you probably know, you need a lot of time to do these type of things. So this was the main goal for me. Travel was the main thing, like leaving my hometown, which is in Italy, but not the postcard Italy. It's more like industrial Italy, like in the surrounding of Milan, let's say. So it was not a very inspiring place, and I was dreaming of living on the beach and all these type of things, and that I've managed to achieve thanks to my KDP business. So if the answer is something similar to mine, to this question, then you should keep watching this video and watch it until the end. If not, go to watch the other one that are strictly about the business and how to grow it and how to basically get it going. So again, if you don't know me, I've made multiple six-figure, this sentence doesn't make sense. I made multiple six figures in royalties for every single one of the last 3 years. These are little shots for my channel where I update my dashboard in real time. You can see this is from June. I will upload more of these probably, but updated. But yeah, you see these daily things. So almost 3,000 in 2 days in royalties. And I also founded the first most active free community about KDP on Skool.com that you can find exactly at skool.com/KDP, Skool with the K. And it has already more than 400 members, daily active, and people that made a lot of money with six figures with KDP and stuff, and they are really living out of it. And also other beginners that you can connect with and share the struggle and help other people and get help. So just join right now. You have nothing to lose. You will find free courses inside skool.com/KDP. And I achieved all this while working 8 hours per week on average and traveling the world, as I already showed you. So you can go to check my Instagram and see that I've been traveling for quite a long time now. And what allowed me to do so is this business, pretty much. So how I've managed to do it. So for the technical part, you can go to watch the other videos, obviously, that I have on this channel, and subscribe, obviously, to the channel, so you will see all the future videos, and leave a like to this one, so I know that you like this content and I will do more of it. But first, if you want the technical part, watch your videos, but this is gonna be how to make it work with the least amount of work possible. And first, why KDP publishing is the perfect business model, okay, if done properly, to do this. So to have a semi-passive income, to work as few hours as possible, work 8 hours per week, and in the meantime make more than 6 figures. The main reason, obviously, is that you do the work once, so you will create the book once, and in this case, it's gonna be just a PDF that you have to upload on the platform if you don't know the business, and that's it. you will make money forever. And I have myself books that I published in 2020, 2021 that are bringing me good income, like not super consistent, but like they're still getting me a good income every single month, multiple thousand actually. And I don't do anything on this book anymore. I haven't done anything in the last 3 years, but I'm still being rewarded for the work I've done years and years ago. And this is the definition of semi-passive income, because it was active for a few months, like the time that you make the project and do the actual work, it's active, but then it becomes passive. So it's semi-passive, and that's how I like to call it. And obviously you'll have to keep investing to keep it flowing. So in advertisement. So that's why it's not passive. Like if you turn off the ads, you will still have, it will become passive, but it will just decrease. So like, it makes no sense to make it passive. Semi-passive, that's how we call it. Third point, snowball effect. We all know what it means. It's pretty much just the more books you publish, the more it adds up to the snowball. So it keeps rolling, and slowly you publish more books, and year after year after year, your income will grow, and the amount of work and of effort you put in the business is gonna remain consistent. So let's say you work 8 hours per week for 3 years. Every single year you will make more money, even though you're working the same amount of time and you're investing the same money. So I think that sounds a perfect thing. And fourth point is a very suitable, like perfectly suitable business for a one-man show. That means that you will need no employee at any stage to make this work. You can just rely on contractors, and you can do like only the important part by yourself and outsource most of the task, but you will not need at any point any employee, any CMO or all these type of things, like some marketing agency or I don't know, anything like that. You can just do it on your own. That's what I do myself. I don't have any employee, I don't have any assistant, I don't have anyone. So you will have zero responsibilities pretty much to pay salaries, or you will also don't have anyone that is to be accountable with. So you might slack sometimes. So that might be a con, but it's perfect one-man show, and that's how I like it. And another point is you have no time zone constraint or no imposed deadlines, no anything, which might be a con again, but this allows you to work anywhere at any time. You couldn't care less about the time zone. You couldn't care less about the season or anything. You can just do whatever you want, only if you want, and if you want to get the income, obviously you will do it. But it is what it is. And personally, I've done multiple seasons of 3 or more months, even up to 6 months of working zero, because I was focusing on other stuff like training and traveling, and relationships maybe, and I still made the same income. So I mean, just be aware that it is an option. Don't really advise you to do that because it gets pretty boring, but just be aware of that. Now, let's get started with the actual framework. So I prepared, I think, 5 points, the 5 laws that I use to run this business on 8 hours work week. And the law 0 is to remove the fluff or reduce it to the bare minimum. What I mean with fluff, I think you already know what I mean with fluff, but like, for example, staring at the dashboard. This is not gonna give you any result. Like, at least what I've found out so far, it's not really increasing the dashboard if you try to increase it with your mind, or you do you edit the page. So this can be one of the things. Refreshing the dashboard, again, the same. But with refresh the dashboard, I mean, let's say you start working and the first thing you do when you get to the laptop obviously is open the KDP page and refresh the dashboard to see how much money you made while you were sleeping. And then you open a YouTube video and you keep the dashboard on the other page, and on every video you go to refresh the dashboard, and then you keep consuming content, for example. Even if it's KDP content, this is not productive. I waste a lot of time doing that, and it doesn't take you anywhere. So I mean, you can start removing this, and I'm pretty sure you've done that as well, you that you are watching this video. Don't lie. Another one is binge watching content, obviously, it's self-explanatory and correlated to this one. Thinking it's a scam, so if you sit down and stare at the dashboard and you make 0 and you know it is a scam, and you stay 10 minutes thinking it's a scam, and then you open YouTube and you go to comment and it's a scam. This is not productive. Another thing that a lot of people do, this is okay, like not everyone does it, but many people, I see that they spend a lot of time on optimizing the ads to save the 1% more or spend 1% less or make 1% more of sales. Like changing the bid of 1 cent, this is gonna get you any result. So this is fluff, in my opinion. Feel free to comment if you know, maybe it's relaxing for someone. I don't see any actual use to this. Now, low one was this one, and then we go to the low one. No, this was the 0, that's the low one. And for me, a very productive thing to do is divide work in different seasons. So I have one specific task that I do, and it becomes just less confusing. So maybe I will just focus on create new books for, like, let's say 4 months. A year is 12 months, so we can, let's say hypothetically it's 4 months. It's not really 4 months, but you know, let's make it, to make it simpler, 4 months of creation. So where I just focus on creating new books and, you know, brainstorming and stuff. Then we'll have the publishing season where I publish all the book that I created. And this is not completely true, like, you know, you can publish a book here and then create 1 year, like, but it's rough, you know, it's just to have some mental order. So, you know, in what season you are and what you should focus the first thing when you wake up, okay? Just to make it clear. Publishing season, where you publish all the books and learn and do all the, like, launching the ads and, you know, investing a lot of money. So this will be the least rewarding one, like the least profit one, but just as important. And launch all the ads and, you know, publish everything, okay? And then you will have the maintenance season where you will just reduce the ad spend to the lowest possible, optimize all the ads, improve the content of the current books that you have. So if you see the reviews that were not amazing on some book, you can, in this season, just focus on improving the content you have or improving description, reducing all the, go to fix all the bottlenecks, okay? Thanks to us, maybe you see that click-through rate is low, so maybe you will change the cover or the description can be changed and everything if the conversion is low. So this is what maintenance season is about. And also saving money here, like stack cash for the other 2 seasons. This will, like, give you just more courage to risk in the other 2 seasons. Like in this one, you just, you know, put all the money on the bank account, don't spend anything, and so you will be good to get back in aggressive mode when the new season comes, okay? This is what I like to do. You know, feel free to copy my strategy. I would be happy if it was helpful. Low 2, outsource all the repetitive or specialized tasks. So writing has to be outsourced, designing has to be outsourced, formatting has to be outsourced, copywriting has to be outsourced, ads can be outsourced as well. I don't do it, but you know, there are some agencies or freelancers that can take care of your advertisement. And this is gonna create time for the more meaningful or impactful task that we are gonna see now. The best thing you can do here is find your trusted, like you can find 2 trusted writers, 2 trusted designers, 2 trusted formatter. So each one is busy, you can work with the other one. And so you save time in the research of the new talent every single time, okay? So make sure you treat them right, you pay them fairly, and you make them compliments, okay, all these type of things. And you keep them loyal, so they will stick around and you can always work with the same ones. And this will save a lot of time. And this is the only way, guys, to get to work the 8-hour week, okay? If you don't have this type of team, you can just forget about the 8 hours work week or 4-hour work week or whatever you want to do. You will still work in the business like an employee and you will never be able to free up time, okay? Now, let's see the things you have to focus on with the time that you've saved from this and all the other stuff, okay? That we removed. So you remove all these things. And now you will focus on 2 things. Focus 1, the practical work, which is not gonna be like the super practical, like creating the book or writing a book or whatever, doing the illustrations. But it's gonna be mainly research, brainstorming, research, and okay, all these type of things. So finding new titles, the strategic part of the business. thinking about new stuff to do, how to innovate, how to be better, etc., etc. Seeing what the competitors are doing, see what is trending in the world, like the platform to promote best everything. This is part of researching. Focus on growth planning, like planning the future, so planning the next seasons, where you're gonna grow, what you're gonna grow, which brand should you expand, should you create like mailing lists, should you create a new mailing sequence. All these type of things are very, very important. So the strategic part of the business again, and just keep the machine going, okay? Like this means just make sure that everything is flowing, that you don't have any moment where everything stops. Even if you are on vacation or something, just make sure to do something that actually keep the machine going, okay? Give you some advantage, bring you forward, make you go forward, okay? Give you some sort of progress feeling and actual progress, okay? So those should be your main focus if you want to. So those should be your main focus, part one, okay? Now we have another one, which is gonna be the mental work. This is the practical work, and this is the mental work, okay? This is super crucial, the decision part. You are a one-man show business. You are the business. So everything is gonna happen only with your decision. If you don't make decisions, then this is not a productive day. If you think that they didn't take any impactful decision that gives some progress, some progression to the business, then it was not a productive day. And what I mean with productive, impactful decisions, for example, starting a new project, starting a new book, hiring the person that is going to create the book, sending this final hire proposal, for example, okay, sending the money, clicking publish on Amazon KDP, okay, like if you upload the book and you don't click publish, it's not going to go online and it's going to lose just days, just, maybe should, and just do it. Launching the advertising campaign. Those are impactful things. Deciding on a book to create, for example, like making the final decision. Maybe you have 10 ideas and you've been there like 1 week and you still have the same 10 and you cannot decide, just pick the one that your mind tells you is the best one, so you can keep the machine going. Because if you are not making this decision, then the machine is not going, it's stopped, okay? I fall in this trap a lot of time, like, guys, these 6 months that I tell you that I was taking off of the business, it was actually because of this, because I couldn't decide what to do, and I was kind of complacent because I was making just enough money, and I wasn't making any impactful decision. And not, just now, I found out after 1 year that this was the reason that I couldn't go ahead, because I was just procrastinating, thinking what should I do next, and maybe should I start another business or whatever. Just keep it flowing, and in every single moment of your life, every month, every day, every week, you should make some degree of progress, even if it's small, okay? This is super, super important. And I hope the concept is clear, guys. If it's not clear, just, or if anything that I explained isn't clear, just leave a comment here and I will try to be as detailed as possible in the answer. But for this video, I said everything I wanted to say. This is, in my opinion, the best way to gain freedom and have time for your passions and for your friend and family, travel. So if that's your goal, I'm pretty sure this video is going to be super, super helpful. You can watch it again, feel free. If you have any question, type it in the comment, or if you want to get more opinions other than mine, just join the free community and you can discuss what would you do with the freedom and what's your goal with all the other publisher or aspiring publishers. And yeah, guys, cheers. I will see you in the next one.